Hello fight fans, welcome to VC World. So let's get straight to the point. First of all, please click that like and subscribe button right now, man, if you're new to the channel. And if you're already a subscriber of mine, click that damn like button to this video right now, please. I beg. So Anthony Joshua, the unified heavyweight king of the whole universe, has won Deontay and Tyson Fury. He's telling them, listen guys, the longer you wait, the more better I will get. Joshua ain't no joke. Joshua is actually learning on his keys, on a sweet science. Boxing is a sweet science. You got to learn. You've got to develop into a more quality fighter, But let's hear what Joshua has to say. Some of it, after I read it, I'm gonna have to give my thoughts on it. So, according to Joshua here, he says, I've got through with strength, guts and heart. I've got away with mistakes. I realized I couldn't continue my journey like that. For the last 2 years, hand on heart, with my team, we spend so much time doing things outside of boxing, things that can drain me. How do we not train smart to become smarter in the ring? Less quantity, more quality. I have to say that is a very inspiring quote from Joshua. Less quantity, more quality. Let's continue, guys. He continued. He said, it didn't happen overnight. It has taken 2 years to implement it. And this is the first camp we are really seeing it. Look at my last fight against Alexander Povetkin. I was ill, tired, had a flu, had a headache. I was going through changes. It will be interesting as this is the first time I can express these things. The longer Water and Fury leave it, the tougher it will be for them, as I am not the fighter of 2 years ago. Give me another year or two, I will develop that little bit more. I love in Japanese, guys. I love in Japanese. Well, you guys can go check it out. Check out the full, article right here, man. Still lots of stuff. Robert McCracken, the trainer of Anthony Joshua, has something to say as well. But let me just give my thoughts and then move on, man. So, Joshua has spoken. He says, less quantity, more quality. That's a very inspiring quote, inspiring comment or phrase, however you want to, phrase it. It actually shows that Joshua has been learning on his job, learning on how to use the jab better, learning on how to be a better boxer. And a man like that is dangerous because a lot of boxers, they think, well, I already have the right hand, I already have my windmill, so if the right hand don't work, my windmill will work at some point. And then those kind of fighters never get to actually show their full potential because their promoters, advisors, managers are all scared of putting them, in a competitive fight. Maybe they put them once or twice in 40 fights and they say, well, it's okay now. Let's try and make this guy. He has the windmill. Everybody knows that. He has the power. Everybody knows that. Let's try and make this guy and then get him with someone credible, but for lots of money. People will say, who am I referring to saying this, man? I love in Japanese. Listen carefully. I'm not trying to tease Deontay Water. I mean, I like Water, as a person, I like the guy. But as a fighter, Water ain't shit. I mean, his technique is very poor. Footwork, he has none. He cannot even slick punches. He can't even dodge them. He just stand there and want to trade, want to brawl. Water's really a brawler anyway. That's really a brawler, and his fans knows this, man. They know that Water is not the real deal, but they want to support him for the sake of him being American, because Water is an American, and a lot of this fanboys want to support him. There are still some people who don't really care about that, who just care about Water, his technique, because people want to really see Water display some boxing technique. Joshua, turned pro, got into boxing in a very, not a young age, because a lot of boxers like Mayweather started boxing when they were even a baby. Like, boxers usually start from the ground. Like, look at Devin Haney. Devin Haney, is that his name? Yeah, if I'm correct. This guy is only 20 years old, and he's one of the best right now, and still coming up. And I think a fight between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia is going to be a blast in the future. Devin Haney is a top prospect. Just look at that guy now. I watched an interview of him, talking to Cougar Cassius of IFA TV. He said where he started boxing when he was very young. I think by the age of 7 or so, like that. His dad got him into boxing. Joshua did not have such opportunity to become a boxer at a very early stage. Joshua was on the street, hustling, struggling, no help from no one. He had it the wrong way, man. Until his cousin Benny Leamy introduced him, into boxing, because he was a boxer. Benny Leamy was a boxer. Let's go look at Benny Leamy record. Benny Leamy. This is Joshua's cousin. So he only had 3 fights, you see? 3 fights, 1 draw, and 2 wins. Him and Joshua actually turned pro, I guess. They turned pro together. If I'm not mistaken, they turned pro together, I guess. And then, yeah, he then kind of joined Team AJ and just kind of switched off and be part of the AJ team. Benny Leamy should have been a very good prospect in the game. He had the skills, he had everything. Joshua actually made him, like, because of Joshua, he actually stopped boxing because he wanted to guide Joshua's career. Actually, eventually he brought Joshua into the boxing game. So looking at Joshua, how he started, where he came from, looking at his background, and you've got to give the guy props. A lot of people don't want to give him props. How can someone like this come from the street? I'm talking about it. Come from the street, and then having to make it. It's not really easy. A lot of people think that Joshua had it very easy. Nah, man. He had it way worse than a lot of you guys did. Not way worse than I or Ajaba or those guys, nah. But he had it hard, man. Hard. Because being an immigrant myself, I can actually tell. So the more time you give Joshua, the more he's going to improve, the more problem you're going to get yourself into, because Joshua is not decreasing. He's still learning on things. His tactics is still very much, at not at the middle stage. Okay, at the middle stage. And a year or two, you're going to see something different. Remember, he fought Klitschko as a novice. Because before Klitschko, he hadn't really gone past 7 rounds, man. Klitschko took him to distance, like until 11th round before Joshua stopped him. And then when he fought Joseph Parker, he was very smart and he took things very different. A lot of people say, well, Joshua is boring. People always have something to complain about. They always have something to complain about. Before they say Joshua is a beast, Joshua is a robot, you know, they have some different thoughts about Joshua. They say he's a beast, he's a robot, he hasn't gone past 7 rounds, he will gas out. And what happened after the Klitschko bout? They say, whoa, he got dropped. And after he fought Joseph Parker, oh, that was so boring. Joshua is now boring. Want to be a boxer? Like, just make up your mind, guys. Make up your mind, goddamn mind, man. And like Joshua stated here, man, it's gonna be a real trouble for Deontay Wilder to beat Joshua in the next 2 years. And Chelefinko is already saying that, hey, Joshua is not in our plans, you know, this year. We've got Luis Ortiz and Adam Konaki to take care of and all those stuff. Well, he's just kind of giving Joshua time to develop into a quality fighter. Joshua is already an impressive fighter, but he's not the best boxer out there. But once you give him the time, you keep trying to delay the fight. Even though right now Joshua is more technically better than Wilder, but if you just give this guy 1 or 2 years again, you know what happened? You see something very different, someone who he's going to show some skills, who's going to show you some tricks in the ring. I know for Wilder it's just a joke, but by the time he meets Joshua in the ring, he's going to feel sorry for not taking the fight earlier, man. Because we all know that Wilder is not improving. You know, he's not a guy who can say that he's improving. Still the same guy, same old Wilder who has no skills, who cannot even throw a proper jab, who can't even jab well, who can't even, he can't even throw a proper left hook. You know, he can't finish a fight. Always tries that windmill shit, something like that. It's just kind of crazy, guys. As for Tyson Fury is already a boxing maestro. You know, Tyson Fury is already a boxing maestro. But the more time you give Joshua, you know, the more he learns some dirty tricks, the more Tyson Fury is in trouble as well. Because we all know Tyson Fury is just a boxer, it's not a puncher. And we all saw what happened when Deontay Wilder dropped him. Deontay Wilder is not a boxer, but managed to drop Tyson Fury. Just imagine Anthony Joshua, who has power in both hands, who is skillful as well, more skillful than Wilder at least. You give him time to develop, and he meets Tyson Fury. In fact, even before Anthony Joshua turned pro, he already dropped Tyson Fury, bashed him up in sparring. I know sparring is not a refight, but compare that Joshua of those days to the Joshua of now, the huge difference, guys. And Joshua is coming to do something, do some damage. So Wilder should better take that fight next. He should take that fight next, or risk getting bashed in the future as a bomb by Joshua. Who even know if Team Wilder will ever want to put Wilder in with Joshua? We don't know. We don't even know, man. No, Chelefinko, Hammer, they are very strange people. So let's just see what happens, guys. Give your thoughts below, like the video, share, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And as usual, go follow me on Instagram at Boxing Block Center. DM me, write me, say shit about me, all good. And as well on Twitter at Boxing Block. Cheers everyone, stay blessed, stay hungry, stay humble, man.